I would say this was some sort of boutique, though. Hannah. Is that Hannah?
No, Catherine, but nice shot, yeah.
You know, whatever.
If you're ever wondering who's better at all of this, it's not him, okay?
I'm just here for the laughs.
All right, guys, best hour of the day. Fern, Ackerman here. We are at Hayes Barton in the Raleigh area. This is actually a pretty unique gym. It's like in a historic area in 5 Points. It's just very like an old school feel to it, like smaller gym. If you've ever been up to like the King of Prussia area, it's just like King of Prussia, like has that kind of feel to it. But it very much reminds me of like 2008, 2009 era, just like that kind of super old school vibe. So we had a great time, hopped in with the class, did a workout, hung out with the people, and yeah, here's our tour of Hayes Barton.
Good vibes, good people, good workouts.
Best hour of your day. Yeah, so this is in 5 Points, so it's kind of like a historic area of Raleigh. So we'll get some shots a little bit later, we'd like to see from the outside, but it's like a cool little spot like in the Raleigh area. And it's like you can see, this is kind of like a small version of King of Prussia.
I can give you that. It's got that King of Prussia vibe of just like, because they both were previously other businesses. You know, King of Prussia was like an old school movie theater. This was, what would you guess this is? Let's take a guess. This was a boutique. This was it's probably a brothel at one point. And then it'd be.
Is that a room back there?
That was red light. The red light went on over there.
That was a happy ending.
I think it's cool too. We've been to a couple boxes already this week, you know, all around Raleigh, and they're all unique, and this is cool. We've been to, you know, one that was in a warehouse, one that was its own little standalone business, and now we're in one that was clearly, you know,
it's a retail spot in like a historic area of Raleigh. So,
Catherine, what was this place prior to being a CrossFit?
Ooh, it was a bar at one point.
This was a bar?
It's a bar. Crafty beer right down the street used to be in here.
Like a speakeasy type of bar.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. But and then it was
storage. It was their
like
beer
an
storage.
outdoor clothing store.
Yeah.
Like an outfitter.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's had a few faces, so to speak.
How much weight have you lost?
Probably about 260. I'm down to 220 now.
40 pounds.
Yeah.
That's legit, dude.
One of those 45-pound weights.
Just walking around with that thing.
That's right. That's right. So I'll be doing ground overheads with my body fat, with my lost body fat.
These lines up here
Your logo.
represent a lot of crushed dreams in the open the past 2 years. Right there.
I feel like this is like when you were a kid.
No, they lost.
And they're like, hey, check my height.
That's right.
Write it down. Am I taller? Did I grow?
No, you definitely get shorter. Yeah. That means you can't ride
That's
the
the open line from 2 years ago.
This is what I do in the open line.
You can't compete in the open unless you're this tall.
Okay, Nathan and Jason, right?
Jason, Nathan.
Nathan.
That's
okay.
That's my brother Nathan. That's my other brother Jason.
This
Two
is
Jasons.
Liam, Olivia, and Jonathan.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
So we do usually start with a question of the day. And so today, the question of the day is, what is your guilty pleasure TV show? Maybe that TV show that you're not the most proud of.
You know your guilty pleasure TV
Yeah,
show?
I'm not even ashamed of it. Have you seen Working Moms on Netflix? It's amazing. It's amazing.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. My wife and I genuinely enjoy it. Yeah, it's legit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Is it my turn? My guilty pleasure would be Impractical Jokers. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Just dumb, funny man comedy. Like that. Like my wife won't watch it. She hates it because it's dumb, and that's exactly why I like it. Who's taking over?
Liam.
There's this show called Love Island. It's like this British.
No, I'm shocked.
It's just
Own
like,
it, dude. Listen, just own it.
Give him like
it's just like,
Listen,
it's just like so dumb. It's funny.
Listen,
Yeah, I'll start watching.
I got your back, dude. You're fine. Love Island. Own it.
That's why you watch it by yourself, right? So you don't really
It's a guilty pleasure.
It is. Okay, so we are Monday, so we are in our front squat cycle. So today we're not using percentages, we're just kind of going off of feel today. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of 5 with a 5-second pause for front squats. Then you're going to increase your weight a little bit and then do 3 sets of 3 with a 3-second pause. So your reps decrease, as does your pause, but ideally I would like to see you increase that weight a little bit. The tendency sometimes, because you've gotten really uncomfortable here, is to shoot those hips up first. But I really want you to think about driving with your elbows and keeping that chest nice and proud. Okay? So none of that stripper pole squats that I like to call them. We don't want to see that today. As much as we just talked about reality TV. No stripper pole squats.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do chiropractor after this week.
Yeah. You guys are gonna sleep well tonight.
Yes.
You'll be under Brandy the mornings twice, and we'll switch in between. Okay, so what?
Y'all been like worked out. This is the third time, right?
Third workout today, yeah.
This is your last one?
Trifecta.
Ever.
Like halfway there.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Halfway there. I get
I
it.
just want everybody to take notice of the difference between somebody who knows what they're doing for a band of Good Morning and doesn't.
What?
Basically looks like this.
This is right.
Instead of putting it around your neck. Is this what it feels like to be a games athlete? You just work out all day with a
Yeah.
camera in front of your face?
Seriously.
Okay. Drag your knees out. Woo! Your hips are gonna be screaming by the time you
glutes.
get
Yeah.
down to.
There go the butts.
You guys are doing top. Make sure you're rolling the shoulders out with your thumbs pointing either behind you or a little bit out to the side.
So a lot of like good PT thing, like to what would be considered typical PT movements in the warm up, which I think are super underutilized in warm up. So
I'll set it up where you will strip off.
it's like having like something in the gym for like events, just like a little cork board or something like that is always like pretty useful. Like I know a lot of people like to do it online and spreadsheets and stuff like that, but it's actually really beneficial to have that stuff posted somewhere in the gym. That's good.
All right. Eating it.
5 seconds is a long time.
I think this is a long time. Here we go.
I might do like a little tempo here.
Girl, you're squat. Good. Get in there. Every little bit. These will be good. Really, you drive up right here and you shoot those hips. Leave your elbows.
I would straighten his foot out just a little bit. So I would just have him turn his heels out. So if you're going to cue somebody and they're in that position and they're like this, just tell them to leave their toes where they're at and then just turn their heels out like that. And a lot of times it will mitigate a lot of that kind of like rolling in or collapsing of the ankle there.
Good. This is an interesting area, and I
Yeah.
think too because we have so many boxes in the area.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
we have a very special niche of members.
Let's
They all tend to be
go.
kind of 35 to 50, like kind of the.
I think it's pretty standard though.
Yeah?
Like our gym is probably, yeah, I think our average age, like the bulk of our membership is like 35 to 40.
Yeah. Which I really like. It's people that are coming in here just trying to be fit for their normal everyday stuff
Yeah.
and play with their kids and get a good workout in. So,
We're here. We should just work out. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. Nice job. This will be
At least AC/DC's in the background when I'm doing this time, so it feels cooler.
so feet together.
If you ever want to feel manly about putting your hair up in a ponytail, just play AC/DC in the background.
25.
I feel like I was winning and I got 25.
25.
25.
One more for the day.
It's our 78th workout for today.
Not a devastating workout, but it was
Effective.
effective. Hard. Heart rate up, breathing heavy, shoulders burning.
If you've got a small space, you don't always need a barbell. Like doing those ground overhead with the plates is like a super effective tool like that, because just bump the volume up. 45 is plenty. So it's a real kind of gym hack if you have like small spaces. Like just get rid of the barbell.
Get your athletes to learn how to open their hips, squeeze their butt.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away with bad movement just because it's light. Make sure they open their hips, and still a very good movement. Fun workout.
It mimics two things. It's a ground overhead, but it's like very similar to a kettlebell swing as well. So there's a lot of carryover there, and it's like, you know, if you're trying to start a gym on minimal budget, you don't want to buy a kettlebell and stuff like that, you can do most of those movements with like a dumbbell or even a plate and dual purpose those things. So it's just like, again, like a pretty like simple gym hack. You're trying to save money or space.
My name is Jonathan Wade. I love CrossFit at Hayes Barton. Changed my life, blesses the community. You can come here anytime when you're having a bad day and get your stress out with Kat here, and just a really good gym to work out at.
Hey, my name is Liam. I love Hayes Barton CrossFit because it keeps me in shape and it has great people.
I'm Rachel. I'm relatively new here, but I love working out with Kat and everybody. It's like a custom fit little box or whatever gym.
I also just love seeing the people day in and day out and getting to kind of walk through life with them and help them through situations kind of during our workouts to see them overcome certain things or learn new skills or just crush a good workout. There's a lot to be said for, doing things you didn't think you could do. So.
Melissa, she coaches or teaches yoga Mondays at 6:45 here at Hayes Barton CrossFit. Do you teach yoga anywhere else?
I do. I teach yoga at a gym and at another yoga studio.
What would you say is the biggest difference for yoga teachers, having been a yoga teacher myself in a past life, going from a yoga studio, to teaching at a CrossFit affiliate?
Well, it's interesting because of the workouts that they do here and the type of yoga that they want to do, the things that they want to work on. So a lot of times it's shoulders because they do so much with the shoulder work. And I love that. And because they're so active here and doing so much, we do the yin classes.
Oh, I love the yin. Nice and gentle.
Yeah.
Just hold the poses for a long period of time. It's very similar to like a ROM WOD where you're extending the poses but not doing a lot of push-ups and vinyasas and that kind of stuff.
Because they get all of that during their workouts. And so it's a really great balance.
If people are watching, someone that's not done yoga in the past, what's one posture you would recommend to CrossFitters?
Ooh, that's a really great question.
Come with the hard-hitting
really
questions
do.
here.
So I actually would say child's pose.
Ooh, just gentle.
Gentle, because child's pose.
Let's show them. Would you mind
We'll
showing?
show them child's pose. So child's pose is, excuse the tennis shoes, coming down onto your knees, hands and knees, and then knees wide, feet together, shift your hips back, and then lower your forehead to the mat. But it has a lot of options. So you can really spread your shoulders out here. You can put your arms up on a block to get a little bit more opening, and you can spread the knees wide to get a little bit more into the hips. So I think there's a lot of flexibility with that and a lot of different things that you can do. So it's a really good posture. Plus it can be very relaxing.
Absolutely. Well, Melissa, namaste.
Namaste.
All right, we're here with Catherine, owner of Hayes Barton CrossFit. Catherine, you took over Hayes Barton. You were once a member, now you're the owner. What was that journey like as someone that worked out here to someone that's in charge of the whole space?
It happened really quickly, and was something I guess I never saw happening, but was really excited when I was asked by our previous owner to do it. I became a coach the June before and head coach for about 3 months, and then stepped into the ownership role. So I was trying to find my footing as a coach and then took over the gym, and it was beautiful though that I knew most of the members. We've kept a lot of the members, and so I already had relationships with them and kind of easily transitioned into that coach ownership role. So it was a lot of fun.
There's been that's not an uncommon story, right? It's just like boxes turning over. And so what's been like the most challenging aspect of that for you, going from a member to now being kind of the head honcho?
Along the same lines of having built those great relationships with members, I think sometimes it can be hard to then create boundaries between being the owner, wanting to be a really good friend with your members, but also at the end of the day, you are the one in charge of everything. And so just learning how to set rules and set boundaries for the safety and functionality and future of your box, and also just protecting your space and your time as a gym owner was really hard.
It's cool. So this is Big Dane CrossFit in Madison is like very similar to this as far as like size. So this is unique in the sense is like what kind of square footage is like 1,000 square feet in here, roughly?
Yeah, that's probably, I would say, even generous.
Yeah, so it's like
Probably
closer to
less than
900.
that.
So like,
Yeah.
what are some of the things that you have to do to really maximize space in here? So you guys cap classes, right?
Yep, we cap classes at 8. I also just have to think about that when I'm programming. We can't, as you see, we have 2 bikes and 2 rowers, so we all can't be rowing at the same time. We can't all be biking. So that forces us to kind of do more circuit work sometimes. But it tends to really work out. I mean, I have to put a little extra thought into the workouts, but you find your groove. And
I don't know, I think that puts you in an advantage for later on down the road, because most people who have a ton of space don't have to be that efficient, and they just use space and time because they have it. But when you have to start like this and you can't run over on time and you can't program more equipment,
Yeah.
and you have a skill set that a lot of people don't have. So I think
and
it's good.
you can't hide. Like people, there's really no place for you to be an athlete in here without me seeing you. So I think some people, when you come in here, you kind of figure that out pretty quickly. And if you don't like that, if you are someone who just kind of wants to blend into a big class, you're not gonna like it here.
And I think with the smaller layout and smaller class sizes, one thing that was very obvious and apparent is the community is strong. So everybody knew each other. You had Rachel come in, maybe having had a bad day. So knowing, hey, if I get to the box, it's gonna make my day better, it's gonna cheer me up,
Yeah.
and that's really what best hour of their day CrossFit and fitness should be about. Sure, we wanna lift more, we wanna go faster, we wanna have, you know, these amazing workouts, but more importantly, we wanna have some fun and we wanna have the best hour of our day.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So who gave you those flowers mid-workout,
Yeah.
Catherine?
Catherine got a delivery of flowers middle of the walk.
Right in the middle of the workout.
I'll just leave it at
Wow.
secret admirer.
There you go.
We're not gonna really give you any more information.
Might have been for the best hour of their day. We don't know.
We don't know. A great class, thank you very much.
Thanks
Awesome.
for having
Thanks,
us.
guys.
Appreciate it. Yep.
That's great.
Rock it on.
So what's the story behind your shirt?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, it's just,
just a cute dog shirt.
yes.